Welcome to Valesżzine. I am Kiari, and if this is your first time here, this is a space built for women who is done choosing between her power and her softness, who is tired of feeling like she has to be hard to be taken seriously, who wants to lead her own life financially, relationally, energetically, without losing herself in the process. This is episode 1, and I want to start at the foundation. Because before we talk about money, before we talk about relationships, before we talk about manifestation, we have to talk about the energy underneath all of it. Dark feminine energy. We're going to start with part 1, what it is not. I want to start here because the internet has done something interesting with this term. Dark feminine energy has become an aesthetic, a mood board, a TikTok filter, black lace and candles, and being mysterious for the sake of it. Called women who do not text back. Manipulation dressed up as power. That is not what we are talking about here. Dark feminine energy is not coldness. It is not cruelty. It is not withholding love as a strategy or making yourself unavailable to seem valuable. Those are wounds performing as power. And there is a significant difference. A woman operating from wounded energy uses silence as punishment, uses distance as control, uses mystery, because she is afraid that if she is truly known, she will not be chosen. That is fear, not power. And I want to be honest with you. I have been that woman. Most of us have. Because nobody taught us what real feminine power actually looks like. So we performed the version we thought we were supposed to be. Part 2. What it actually is. Here is my definition. And this is the foundation of everything on this page. Dark feminine energy is the state a woman arrives at when she is so rooted in herself, financially, emotionally, spiritually, that her softness becomes a conscious choice rather than a default. Hear that again. Play it back if you have to. Her softness is a choice, not something that she gives away out of fear, not something that she performs to be likable, not something she abandons to survive. A deliberate, grounded, intentional expression of who she is. She is not cold. She is discerning. She knows the difference between a person worth her openness and the person who has not earned it yet. She's not unavailable. She is selective. Her time, her energy, her attention, these are not infinite. She treats them accordingly. She's not hard. She's rooted. She has been through disappointment. She has been underestimated. She has given more than she received. And instead of hardening, she rooted deeper into herself. That is the energy. Part 3. Why this matters for your real life. This is not a spiritual concept that lives in a journal. This is practical. This changes how you move every single day. A woman rooted in her dark feminine energy does not chase. In relationships, in business, in life, she is not running after things that are not moving towards her. She creates, she attracts, she discerns what is worth her energy and what moves accordingly. She does not overfunction. She does not carry other people's responsibilities as on her own and call it love. She understands that overgiving often about her own fear, not about genuine generosity. She is not performing strength. She does not need to prove she is unbothered. She does not need to announce her worth. She knows it. Quietly, without audience. And here's what changes everything. She leads herself first, before she leads anything else. Her finances are in order not because someone told her to be responsible, but because she understands that a woman who does not control her money is always at someone else's mercy. Her standards in relationships are not a checklist. They come from a deep knowing of what she needs to feel safe and to flourish. Her energy practice is not a trend. It is how she stays connected to herself in a world that is constantly asking her to disconnect. That is the whole woman. That is what we're building here. I know that was a mouthful, but take it in, play it back if you needed to. Part 4, where you might be right now. I want to speak to where you might actually be, because I know this woman. You might be the woman who wakes up every morning with a purpose and immediately pours into everyone around you before you've given a single drop to yourself. I'm a victim of such too. You want to be the woman who is managing more than her share, at home, at work, in her relationship, and calling it strength when it really is exhaustion with a confident exterior. You might be the woman who knows her worth intellectually, but keeps making decisions that does not reflect it. You might be the woman who has let herself go a little, not dramatically, just quietly, because you have been so busy taking care of everything else that your own body, your own health, your own joy fell to the bottom of the list. If any of that is you, you are not broken. You were not taught. You found the right place. Dark feminine energy is not who you become, my love. It is who you return to. She has always been there, underneath the managing and the performing and the proving, underneath the exhaustion and the overgiving and the quiet disappearing act. She is patient. She is waiting. And everything we do on this page, the finance conversations, the relationship standards, and the energy practices, the whole woman philosophy, all of it is designed to help you find your way back to her. That is what Valesżzine is. And I am glad you are here. New episodes every Thursday. Come back next week. We're going to talk about why you keep attracting the same type of man and what actually changes when you do the work. Until then, move slowly, choose yourself, and stay rooted. This is Valesżzine.